do like Beat Your Ass Jenny. Okay. All right. I like Beat Your Ass Jenny. But I like her spectrum. I mean, she trying to show a little, you know what I'm saying, that she is, she got a little range, you know what I'm saying? But it did give me the enough vibe, which is the reason why I
She
put it
did
on
the
this
same
list.
exercises and everything. I mean,
Yeah, she's doing a lift up.
And did.
I was
she
just
wants to
looking
show
for
y'all
her to
she's still
crawl through the
strong.
house, and it like,
And
I'm
you
Yeah.
have to even practice that part.
Exactly. She wants y'all know she's still strong out here. You know what I'm saying? So, but also too, I'm just like, can J-Lo carry movies? And the answer is no. However, will I watch it because it's J-Lo? Yes, because she tries hard. It's kind of like Michael B. Jordan. He tries hard. Okay.
But he's fine too.
But see, that's
now what do you
again,
mean by J-Lo can't carry movies?
she can't act.
I agree.
She can't act.
Mm-mm.
It's
I
kind of
mean,
like, but we accept it
she's a better
culturally.
actress than she is a singer.
I agree with that, but the
I mean,
thing is,
dancing, she got that.
we'll deal with it because it's J-Lo. Because she's got a lot of our our childhood, adulthood, so on and so forth.
Y'all gonna kill me for my thoughts on this. I'm sorry, but to me, it's okay. They gonna come for me. She's only person who it struggles to have me watch them act is Mary and Beyonce. J-Lo doesn't give me that. Like
I
when
mean, I
they're
would agree with
acting
you.
and
They're in the
talking,
same boat
it's a
though.
struggle for me. It's like you are trying. I can just feel it, and I want you to just chill for a second.
That-
In
Like
my
that
opinion,
doesn't
she
give
in the
me-
boat with the mother too.
She is. She in the boat with them. What you mean?
I don't think so,
You
man.
have put her in the class that she belongs
Oh
in.
man,
Don't you
they
feel
just
the
look
same
like
about
they
it?
just came out and they're like, look, like big eyed, like yes, I'm gonna do like they.
I'm gonna tell you like this. So you put them in the appropriate class. So, but we accept them culturally. Like for instance, I'm gonna say this: do we collectively think that Ashanti can sing?
No,
No, we don't think that she can sing. But but when she
she's
does
not
her
a terrible
thing,
singer. She sings what's good for her though.
She too is just fine.
Just
She's
see what I'm talking
fine.
about?
That's it.
Right there. But to say
she's not a struggle actress.
she is a struggle actress, and she's a struggle artist. In
What
general.
is she acted in?
I'm talking about J-Lo. I'm still on J-Lo.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Struggle
But
actress.
I was just saying in general, like we put all of those people in the same category, even though we don't talk about it. Because, like, for instance, with Keisha Cole and Ashanti in the same category to me. Neither one of them can sing, right? Neither one of them. However,
Did
we
you do Keisha like that?
Yes.
He really did, and that's nasty.
yes.
Not Keisha. You can't put her in. You
So
cannot put Keisha.
let
in
me
the
just
same
tell y'all, okay, before we because we could be all night on this.
I know we
But let me
can.
just tell y'all, I start singing, okay, at Whitney Houston, number one. Okay. That she's my top tier.
That's
all right?
singing or singing because it's two different.
Both. I'm gonna tell you who be singing. Jasmine Sullivan. That's
Yeah.
singing. Okay. So when we talk about Jasmine Sullivan and Ashanti and Keisha Cole, we can't even talk about them in the same sentence. See what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna digress for right now.
Next
We'll
trailer.
come back. So, but J-Lo. So let's vote on the count of 3, 2, 1. And they said, "Nah,
I
man."
love our diversified opinion.
I can't do it.
Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
You got a problem here, guy?
Oh, we see that.
I had this secret. There's a darkness inside of me. It followed me here. And it's gonna keep coming for us. We share a certain history. This isn't like any other Ghostface. What is this place?
A shrine.
We've got to lure him in.
We execute him. Hello.
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gale. I'm something different.
That's why I'm gonna shoot you in the head. You want me. So let's finish this.
Guys?
Oh, I don't care who did that at the end.
Our thoughts.
Well. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I did not watch all the Screams. I probably watched maybe the first 2 or something years ago when they first came out. But knowing the original, classic slasher and seeing it all these years later and how they're trying to do it, I think I would watch it. I like the fact that they have the original people in it, such as Courtney Cox and so on and so forth. It's Courtney Cox. I like that. Let me tell you, my favorite part is finally the white women is having guns, okay, and shooting back and fighting back, okay, because it's nothing like just seeing people. No, we got to start fighting back. So that is what I loved, was seeing that at least 2 of them was clapping back and not just running, scared, like the typical, stereotypical scary movie. So I definitely like to see that. Even if it didn't work, we still try. And so I think I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I think like it's gonna be like the greatest thing in the world. I mean, but it doesn't think it's gonna be like as bad as I Know What You Did Last Summer or something like that. So I think, and I like the way they did a little bloody thing at the end. The show was whatever Roman numeral that is. So yeah, I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Nate?
I don't typically watch like anything like scary or whatever, but Scream was like my teenage years. So by default I might have, covered through a few of them. Would I go see it? Like at first I was like, no, they didn't turn Scream into an action movie. But honestly, because of that, I would actually go see it.
Okay. It's a yes for me. I mean, it's suspenseful. I feel like it's a great night out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it a try. Cause just her firing them shots to the door and then her breathing like easy. You did not shoot him. This is an action movie. You're supposed to die, and I want to see how you die. You know what I'm saying? So let's vote on it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this first one we was on together. Okay, cool.
It was the nostalgia for us.
It was the nostalgia. All right, so this is the final one, and then we'll get into the best man. You guys let me know if you can hear and see it.
Come on, get your lazy ass up.
All right, I'm up already.
That's what you get, staying out partying all night.
I'm a promoter. I'm working. I got like 18,000 followers.
You know who got followers? Jesus. Take your rude ass to work.
You just cursed. What would Jesus say?
Jesus would say, shut the fuck up. This is my house.
What you know about here, where's private jet sticks?
See you late as usual.
You need to clean this place. I don't got all day.
Oh, ew, what the fuck?
That couch just bluffed itself. Whose crib is this, man? Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is dead, fool. I mean, his house died.
Same old sister.
Dude got Miami shit, Cleveland shit, LA shit. Damn, bigger city, bro. Oh my God. We in LeBron's house. LeBron who? James.
Hey there.
Go.
You're one handsome motherfucker.
he got a hologram of himself just to give him compliments.
You handled the decision to go to Miami perfectly.
Nah. I need 10 G's by next week. I gotta pay for my daughter's school. LeBron, they on vacation. How about we throw the party in the King's house? We gonna invite all the celebrities. We can make 10 times the money. We can send Destiny to preschool, college, whatever. Tonight is our last shot. Looks like we about to throw a house.
Hi, I see you there. How are you?
It's a white man.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What you, Kim?
Hi, I'm Peter. Is LeBron home? By the way, Black Lives Matter.
They do.
I posted 2 squares on my Instagram. Respect.
This is a really bad idea. I wouldn't do something like this unless I was desperate. Shit cracking, bro. Have you seen how out of control this party is? Shit, we done fucked up the koala. You good? What the fuck just happened?
Your hairline is perfect. Anyone who says otherwise is just jealous.
This guy.
Nate? Okay.
2 thumbs up.
Why? Why? Just why?
First of all, the black mom alone, like, I've actually seen that trailer before too. I think it's when I went to go see Black Panther. However, it just, I'm rooting for everybody black, and the movie is black. It's super black, and it looks funny. I like that it's relatable, and it's our generations.
Yeah.
Well, my generation. I can't just be assuming, black don't crack.
And it don't.
I know she just didn't call me.
Us.
Oh,
She called us. Oh,
I know she just didn't do that to your boy. Damn, yo, that's crazy. Nadia, let's just move on from there because I don't understand. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and move on just a bit. She tripping right now.
It's definitely, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. Interesting enough, I had not seen the trailer. I literally seen yesterday because I don't watch TV or anything like that. Honestly, it's weird, right? But I seen it. It was a new house party, like a little thing on the demand. I was like, "Yo, new house party." I was like, oh, "Okay," but then I think you had a paper. I was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna have to look in that." But definitely good to see they had a new house party. Good to see the modern and advanced twist on it though. Like many people have made many different house parties, you know what I'm saying? Not even immature, whatever, IMAX, wherever they was at the time. But it doesn't mean it was good. I like the fact that they got all the celebrities in it. I like the fact that they didn't know who house they was in, even though I'm still thinking like I know this man got cameras everywhere in his house. He can see people doing this. I mean, the original Kid and Plays in it. I'm loving to see that. They're doing the original, footwork and dancing and things of that nature. It was something else in it that really caught me. I can't remember what it was at the time, but yeah, I'm definitely interested. I definitely would go see this, or I look forward to watching it. It's 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing it. I think for me, this is one of those remakes that I don't mind seeing because they set it up pretty good.
It'll be justice.
Yeah. So I think I'm excited to see it. So voting on 3, 2, 1. So 2 thumbs up from this crew too. Okay, cool. Well, that concludes our trailer portion of tonight. Nate, are you sticking around or you getting ready to dip?
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay. So we're getting ready to go and transition into The Best Man, final chapters. I'm gonna open up by saying this. There's life, and then there's black life. Okay. It ain't no distinction. I mean, well, no, there's a distinction between the two. Okay. Because I don't understand y'all and y'all don't understand me. Okay. So this show here, I think possibly was some of the best TV that I've seen in terms of like topical categories that we all deal with in life in general and how we deal with them with our friends. So that's how I'm opening up. I thoroughly enjoyed the show because of that particular notion. So I'm gonna let y'all open up with y'all's comments about what you thought about the show overall, but then we're gonna get into episodes 1 and 2. Any one of you can take the floor at this point.
I guess I'll go first unless you wants to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, which was good. I definitely was not let down, even though you could tell like they kind of try to speed things up, blah blah blah. But that's life, right? And it's needed. I agree with you. I think they did a wonderful job of incorporating the many different aspects of things that need to be talked about that are taboo. As far as being transgender and the proper way to be able to talk and communicate that and what that looks like, and with the person who is hyper masculine or Christian in certain backgrounds. I think that it was also, I think the biggest thing that hit for me was it was Harper in showing that thing of work-life balance and people being so caught between him and Jordan. People being so caught up and what's his name? Being so caught up in success that you really are never present in the moment. So the things that you say you're working for, you aren't even enjoying those things or allowing those things to enjoy you. And you're always having this self-fulfilling seeking prophecy, trying to get somewhere and seeing how that can be the demise of your relationships and honestly, even your life. And so like that, and all that you say is important. And I think that was one of the biggest takeaways that I got from that. And seeing that, especially in Harper and Jordan's characters, showing that from both a male standpoint and a female standpoint, and even their relationship. It is the thing of like, and them and Q and a lot of people's relationship of like, if you really see that this person is your yang or what works for you, why are you all settling with these other people? You know what I'm saying? Because I never seen Robin and Harper being a good match anyway. I didn't understand what that was about or why he really wanted her like that. She's a good woman. I just see that they were good for each other. Like what is he actually offering her? He seemed very needy and still is because he seeks validation a lot. So that was kind of my take on it. I like to show you how I did not like the characters that they chose for the people to play them in the remake. That always bothers me when you see them get people who don't look nothing like them or they're super light skinned and the people were clearly not or whatever. And I'm like, what are we doing here? It's like a Lifetime movie all over again. So that I did not like. But other than that, I thought the movie was good and spoke on a lot of different things. And I think it's definitely a therapeutic thing for people if they really allow it to be.
Nate?
So I'm giving you just a review of the 2 episodes or the whole thing.
Just a couple of words, a few words about what you thought about the show overall, and then we're gonna dive deep into the 2 episodes.
Overall, I liked it. I thought it was interesting. As far as like my overall, like I said, I thought it was good. It was definitely a great like wrap up to the movie overall. Yeah, I don't really have too many detailed critiques though. Not quite anyway.
Nice. So I'll open up by saying this. When Harper's sitting on the couch at the beginning of episode 1 and he's getting ready to go out and talk to the crowd. You guys remember this part. And he says one of his opening quotes is nearly half a century old and I'm starting to finally figure it out. To me, that hit home, because, for me being a man and being a black man and all this sort of thing, we're always like pursuing this thing, right? And not just black men, but, just people in general. But it just hit me specifically because he's a black man and I can relate to him in that particular capacity. But it's just interesting that, we all think that it's going to happen tomorrow. But in reality, it may take you 20 years to perfect that craft, right? Or that thing that you're trying to do. And it kind of hit home for me, you know, being, you know, in my late 30s now, you know, thinking that, you know, I should be further along or not further along, or I'm right where I'm supposed to be, all of that. That's just at the beginning of the show, that just kind of got me focused in on what, you know, because again, as he was doing his monologue and walking to the stage, he was kind of talking about how you think that, you know, in your 20s and your 30s, you think that money is the thing that solves it all. But then you go on and you go forth and you know that money is not the thing. It's, you know, people, and it's this and it's that, right? Balance, basically in life. And so I thought it was a great opening to the show, to get all of us kind of in tune with where the group is now, right? Because we, you know, specifically have been dealing with them since they were in their, you know, mid to late 20s, going through their 30s, getting married, so on and so forth. So I thought that was a great opening up of the show. So yeah, that's my opening for episode 1. What are the things that you guys saw that kind of you know, were highlight points for you guys?
My favorite part of like any, I guess, like continuance of a series, movie, whatever, I always like the recap and like the look back, and then it fast forwards to like where they are now. Like,
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job with giving them like jobs and lives that are like realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing went like too far-fetched. Nothing was too, you know, weird. So that would be like my first take. And then I I felt like the second episode was a bit predictable. Just a little bit. Like, some of it I was just like, okay, we already know what's about to happen here. We're already gonna know, you know, what's gonna go on there. So for example, I knew Shelby was gonna show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Shelby was gonna show up. I knew she was gonna find her way there somehow or another. I won't lie, I did expect Lance to get with the I don't want to call her the hostess because she was a something else, but I really expected him to like get with her before the episode ended. And I didn't expect for her to say she was engaged. I was like, oh, they throwing a monkey wrench in there.
They did throw a little monkey wrench in there. But hold on. Before we get too far down to episode 2, in episode 1, Lance was wilding. He was wilding. My boy opened the door butt ass naked, dog. Like, what are you doing, bro? Then he got the 2 girls in there, got the full beard in his joint.
Was that Miss Donna from what's that?
You talking about the dancing dolls?
Yeah, was that her?
I don't think so, because they look like they were twins.
It looked like it was her. The one on the left, that looked like that was her for a second. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know.
So yeah, like that part within itself, like, Lance, why are we still grieving? I don't understand why we're still grieving right now.
What you said? Why we
He lost his wife?
Yo,
like, no, what I'm saying. Okay, hold on. That did not come out right. Hold on. Wait.
Cold blooded.
No, why we? I'm sorry.
That didn't come out.
And your whole wife is dead. All right.
I don't mean it like that, y'all.
When did she die? How long ago was it?
What I'm trying to say is this. We didn't get any counseling or anything. Like, I feel like our friends are irresponsible at this point. This man is on benders, hosted up with cocaine and hookers. Okay?
There was no cocaine. He did not go full Rick James on him. He just
what the hell is going on here? Like, why is he still on this bender? What's happening?
I guess that's coat.
Okay. I'll give him. Okay, I'll start from there. I guess I agree that the quick question: how many years has it been? Because these kids is full.
They kept jumping dates. They was putting the dates, but they kept flipping back and forth. And I was like,
when was the last Best Man? I don't remember. When was the holiday? What year was that?
2017, 16. Let me see.
Okay, so it's been about a good 7-8 years. Okay, yeah. So okay, I guess yes, I agree. I guess my thing is where you come from
2013.
of one, why is this news to you all at this point that your friend has been wilding out? Unless they kind of have separated and don't talk as much as they used to, which is understandable because we do that in our adulting. But it's like, why did you not realize your friend was out here going back to his old ways? I did understand where he was coming from, in like on the tip of like, listen, I gave my heart to this woman, and I don't really desire to give it to anybody else, as he communicated, and so I'm just got to be out here on my fuckboy stuff because I really don't. I'm not emotionally available, and I don't desire to be. So this is the life I choose to live. Is it healthy? No, but do I see why men and even women do it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So on that, I mean, yeah, even though I think he was kind of like, just wilding in a sense, you know what I'm saying, just to get attention and just doing the most, like, you know what I'm saying. But you're
was wilding.
And he's ego. He's all in ego anyway, so it's what it is to be expected. I would say with the opening, this was my thing. Yes, Harper did this wonderful opening about all of these. This is what I'm saying is Harper is a great writer, but he doesn't live the life that he writes about. You're so deep on paper. You're so deep on paper, and you can write about all of this stuff, but you don't do none of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talked about what you being about money in your 30s or whatever, but you're actively still in this path, and it's not even so much for money. I know at this point it can't really be that so much for stability because you got that and you still weren't. So again, it's like he's on this thing of you're just going to continue chasing something, and every time you even get that success and get that stuff, you can't even enjoy them moments because you're actively after the next. And so again, it will be a never-ending chase, as she has told him time and time and time again. And so I think that was the interesting thing for me. And then even in the beginning, if you catch him talking about the soulmate and love and everything, and he looking at Jordan, you're not looking at your wife, you're looking at this woman, which goes back to my original thing of, if y'all knew that y'all was more compatible all these years since y'all was in here listening to Stevie Wonder always and it starts skipping, then why have we just not? And we both workaholics. They understand each other. You get what I'm saying? They both live the same life and understand it and accept each other unconditionally for what it is. So why are y'all not just? Why won't y'all just get?
Hold on. So let me just say this. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this without sounding completely off kilter here on this.
You already said why is he still breathing, so I don't think nothing else after that can be.
My life as a man, right, is it runs parallel to the vision and focus that Taye Diggs, what's his character's name? Harper. That Harper is putting into his craft, right? Because you got to think about this. In one of the movies, he was completely broke and he was scared to say that he was broke, right? That's a real fear for us, right? And it's a real fear because, as you stated earlier about the capitalism joint, we're raised in capitalism. But like literally, if you're a black man in America without a job, you're not only invisible to the world, you're invisible sometimes to relationships, you're invisible sometimes to your friends, so on and so forth. Because remember, Quentin had to save him and was like, hey, dog, do you need to borrow some money? Like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? Right? So it's that pride and all that sort of thing. Because, I know what it feels like to be broke. And I understand what it feels like to be invisible. So I know, and I'm saying all that to say, not to say that he should ignore his wife at this point, but I'm telling y'all that Rashad, once, Candy Yams is a global brand and all this sort of stuff, right? I'm going to need some coaching and mentoring on how to pull that back, because I'm going to be so afraid that if I stop this train, it's going to just all blow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And everything that I've worked for, everything, because, remember now, men are, innately hunters, gatherers, and protectors. That's who we are, right? So if we can't do that, who are we, right? And then that sort of thing starts to redefine itself as you, you know, matriculate as a man. But remember, Kanye said it best. We weren't supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on you. We still alive. We didn't know we was going to be 37, dog. Okay. We didn't know we was going to be 40 or 45. We didn't know that we was going to be 50. So it's like, I just want to make that, as the only man on this panel right now, I just want to make that clear that I would be struggling with that as well, you know, because like he said, it's like the money piece, I got it now. So it took me half a century to figure that out. And so now that I figured that out, do I just drop all things, so on and so forth? Like, this is my identity. I've spent time, I've spent effort, I've spent depression in this joint. Like, how do I let that go? So I just wanted to bring some reverence to that right there.
I totally agree. I do. And I don't even classify it as I didn't look at it as a man thing. I look at it as a thing. Because I mean, even I've done the same thing. So that's why I look at it as like, I realize like you're not enjoying the present. Like, you did this, you got this, you got this. And you be like, oh yeah, all right, great, next. And it's like, damn, when is you gonna sit back and be like,
but Nadia, I gotta tell y'all, Nadia and y'all gotta understand this. And this coming from your boy Shy Money. The world takes care of y'all differently than it takes care of us. It's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different experience, right?
I'll give you that.
It's just a little bit different. Not to say we should make, you know, excuses for our behavior, because I want to make sure that plane is, you know, is filled, because you guys have your own type of experience in America, especially when you're in the workplace and all these different things, right? So I'm very akin to that. But our experience in particular, you know, like being successful. So every man will be like, you know, if any man worth his salt, if he can make money doing the things that he wants to do and championing and all that sort of stuff, he wants that lifestyle. Okay. He wants that. So there's no lie there. But if he can't get it and he ends up on the shit end of the stick, you better believe you're gonna have a grumpy man on your hands. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that. Any other thoughts? Nay? You've been listening to us this whole time. Go ahead and give it to us. Don't be holding back.
So are we going to the second episode now?
You can go to the second episode. So let's go on to the second episode, but let's say this. So after the Lance piece, we fly in to go to Quentin's island destination. We meet his fiance. That was crazy.
Were y'all shocked at who it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was real shocked.
Yeah.
She was good for the part. She definitely was good for the part.
Right.
She definitely played that part very well.
She definitely did. Lance was wilding. He touched down and he was smacking the car driver like, what's happening? What are we doing, Lance? What are we doing, dog?
He gave it a look.
He did give it a look. And she gave him a look back.
And she gave him a look back.
Okay. Then what else happened? Jordan, we found out how Jordan is still working hard. She's still, doing this and the third, but she meets a brother on the island. You know what I'm saying? She started flirting with him. You know, I felt like his flirt game was top notch. You know,
it was.
That top notch, bro. Top notch.
I would have took the fish. You done did all this.
Yeah.
Complain.
I would have like, thank you, wanted it. Thank you.
That was my thing. Why did she have to be so rude about everything? Like, why did they make?
Honestly, I think they was doing the stereotypical, very stereotypical workaholic single woman that lives in a big city. Like, she's the typical, snarky responses, won't take a compliment, hard to get their attention.
Yeah, she was on it, man. She was on it. They definitely stereotyped her a little bit. They definitely did that.
Can we talk about Merch and his
Merch?
And his, okay. Yeah. This is the question I wanted to ask. First and foremost, I did want to bring this question to light. Do you think, your thoughts about Quentin picking Harper to be his best man over Merch when, again, he's known him for longer? Do you think with those type of decisions, it should be a thing, or it's a thing of time over loyalty or your personal relationship at the time? Or what are your thoughts on that? I was definitely curious to see about that and how Merch handled it. I think.
So the way Merch handled it annoyed me. I don't know if that's some unhealed part of me that was like, you need to pull it together, man up. So I don't know.
You think off. Sorry, go ahead.
Huh?
I was telling Rashad his camera was off just in case he didn't know.
Oh, and yeah, I didn't like how he even handled that. Well, the best man would know this. The best man. I'm like, oh my God, will they please just make him the best man? But as far as how he handled all of it, like you went back to go back to how you saying, like he seems like he acts like he lives this life. And I feel like he tries to convey to everybody else that he's so happily married, when I don't think that's the case.
All right.
I don't think he's happily anything.
I think the merch. I just got to be honest. He was a little bit on his feminine energy right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
He was a lot of it on
I
you.
was like, my nigga.
He always has been. He always has.
I was like, my dog. What are we doing here, bro? And he kept like bringing it up, like, bro, what's happening right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, she had to get with him at the table. His wife had to get with him at the table. Like, yo, my man,
chill,
pipe down, dog. Then he was like, I wouldn't have let that happen on my watch. Merch. What are we doing, brother? But also, you know, are we on the second episode now? Yeah, let's talk about the second episode. So, Lance, I feel like you're a little over the top, bro. I feel like you're a little over the top with this anger piece, bro. I feel like we stereotyped him right there again. Why are you smacking the table and getting up from the table, dog? Like, what's happening here, bro? Let's talk about it.
The inconsistencies, but Lance is known for that, though. Lance is known for his inconsistency. 1 minute he'll be like something is cool, and then he'll get triggered by whatever. Which I did watch something, and I realized that him looking at them doing that little ring ceremony made him think about him and Mia. So then I'm triggered, and now I'm about to lash out. Even though a second ago you told me everything was cool. So I do think it's still like with Harper, he always got to be on pins and needles with him, because it's like I'm always gonna have to feel like this situation is in the back of our mind. You know what I'm saying? And you really never gonna let me never gonna really let it be that.
Yeah.
Before we explore that, at the end of episode 1, what's Harper's wife's name? Sanaa Lathan's character?
See, my Robin. That says
I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all that I felt like Robin was wilding just a little bit this entire series, but we're gonna come back to that just a little bit later.
I was happy to see Robin.
I know you champion Robin. I know you championing her.
I am, and I don't even like her like
she
that.
She deserves just a little bit of critical thought, okay? Because Robin, you know that you was throughout the movies, you know you was like career-wise up and down, okay? All right. You just now landed your plane on this cooking thing, but we're gonna come back to that later on. But you was kind of wilding a little bit. But y'all proceed with Merch, and let's talk about that. Mm-hmm.
Merch annoyed me.
He said Merch. I think he was doing. That's something. I'm not. I understand. I was. The question was about the whole best friendship thing, time over friendship. I mean, ideally, I would have felt like Merch as close as him and Quentin were, and him knowing, the way their little bromance is, then yeah, it made sense. Yeah, Harper for, since 9th grade or since you were 9, but you also see that he's not always the best at being a best man or handling certain situations. I mean, he come through in a crush, but usually it's because y'all had to coach him through it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was with that on that. I mean, he did come through. He had all the weed on deck, thinking that. I mean, you had me right, So I'm like, he had everything on deck. But he obviously didn't see what his friend was at the time. What I will say about Harper is, I did like the fact that Harper, regardless of everybody else trying to be like, we just gonna go with the flow, he was like, nah, something ain't right. Quentin not himself. He's not being who he is. And because he does know him that well, and he's not a people pleaser just off the bat, he was calling like, no, listen, are you sure you want to do this? And y'all don't see this? And so
I honestly thought that Quentin was gonna be straight until Shelby showed up, bro. Okay. I thought he was gonna be straight. But then we go to episode 2 and they done smack. You know what I'm saying? They got together.
Were you surprised by that?
No, I was not surprised.
I was.
You
You were
were?
surprised?
Tell me. Talk about it.
Only because I just thought they was gonna dance around it. Like, yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna keep you from getting married. I ain't think that they was gonna be on a I don't give a daggone, and they pulled the trigger.
I'm gonna tell you where I was surprised. What was her character's name?
It was a Juicidor. I don't want to call her that name.
Diamara.
Diamara. When she said, "How does my pussy taste?"
Oh! I was like, she's like, was it 1 ball, 2 balls? She's like, I just want to know. I said,
that's when her Baltimore came out, and I was like, this is the call I love to see.
Whoa.
Honestly, I was like, Shelby.
Yo, Shelby had to pick her face up so many times.
She had to.
She just kept running.
They had her swallow her pride the entire episode. So she, to me, ain't no way you about to get me to put together this whole routine to seduce you, to get you to want. She's talking about, tell me you like it. Tell me. I'm like, you begging, sis. Stand up.
You for nothing.
Hey.
I mean, it worked, but
it did work. Hey, but I ain't gonna hold you. Moving on down the episode, when she hit that striptease, my God, today. Woo!
But this is the question. Did you catch the fact that who was the one who she went to, the teacher?
Candy.
And that's how her man
definitely went to
Candy. Her man being the stripper. When I went back and replayed that in my mind, I was like, yo, that is some interesting stuff right here. If you
it is
in retrospect.
But I also recognized too throughout the episode, well, the series, as far as the first 2 episodes go, if y'all notice, they constantly are reminding her, kind of one of those things like remember where you came from type of deals. Like first the little girl was like, when you were a stripper, and then of course, who does old girl go to and was like, Shelby went, first person she went to was Candy. You're going to help me. Why? Because I was a stripper? Like.
I think she enjoyed it though. She did enjoy that.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I thought that was definitely interesting. I thought it was interesting. Oh, the ayahuasca ceremony. I think this definitely the ayahuasca ceremony, because I know what ayahuasca is, so it was funny to see that they was about to do this and what was going to come out.
Yep.
And I thought it was interesting to be able to see how they all, seeing how they all were able to receive the messages that came to them about their life.
Yeah.
I was interested. I thought it was very interesting. And I think it was funny that Lance wasn't there because I felt like he would have benefited from it the most based off of what it is. I love the fact that Candace was able to see it. I think of all people, Candace has shown the most growth and consistency throughout most of the characters, or all the characters. Agreed. One, even though they try to keep putting her in that box, but like she is beyond that. It has shown that since the beginning. And even the things that she was trying to do with the plant medicine, and then people trying to make her feel a certain type of way about it, but she was there. She was ahead of the game. And so that and funny again, and then them having the conversation on the pier about how, it was Shelby and Q, and how she felt like he wasn't being honest with himself, but him saying to her, like, you always put on a show and put up a wall, and you really never allowed me to see you. But I also am curious to know, but I think, and maybe you can remind me of this from the past things, did he ever actually put out any energy to show that he was interested in seeing her or connecting with her on a level that was non-physical?
Who?
He could have, and I just don't recall the scene.
You talking about Merch?
No, I'm talking about Quentin and Shelby, because he was saying how she never really allowed him to be, but she was never vulnerable around him. But to me, they always had that thing when neither one of them were really vulnerable or really seeking anything or pretending that they weren't. But I could have been wrong, and he may have.
No, we never seen that part come out in him and or their relationship. I know we connected, from a level of, you know, the Audre Lorde, the reading, the, you know, overall like connection that they had, but we never, you know, had anything else past the physical piece, because the physical piece was such a large part of how they met and how he was introduced to her in the first place. So yeah.
And I also think that it was interesting about people gravitating towards what is familiar when it comes to toxic relationships, as opposed to what may be better for them. Not saying that Theodore was necessarily a better match, because she was definitely a narcissist, but
Definitely.
but at the end of the day, it was just like seeing how you see that their relationship is so volatile and so toxic, but you just keep going back. You just keep going back because it's familiar or whatever. But also, I like to see later on how when they did finally get together, they knew how to balance each other out in a way that would work where it needed to. You know what I'm saying? Later on, in fact. So I thought that was interesting.
So also too, let's give it up for the recreational drug use right now with the ayahuasca, you know, because that's not where our community was back in the early 90s. Okay.
I don't think a lot of people still have no idea what it is, and their first time is probably watching that movie, and they still probably very confused.
Correct. So you know, I mean, kudos to the things that just were introduced in terms of relationships and all of that. Next week we'll probably cover that dad and that whole thing and how that took place. His dad, you know,
yes,
dad
the
coming.
range.
Yeah, man, it was. I just think that it was so incredible. So many different little pockets of conversations that have, you know, taken place. The sex, the drugs piece, the balance between, you know, like you said, narcissism and toxicity with your old mate, accomplishment, empowerment, searching. Because I think that Robin, you know, when she tasted old girl's food at the stand, you remember that? She then, you know, she wanted to go and embark on a different journey to figuring out herself again, right? Which also happens, which is, I just thought it was beautiful that you have to, you know, when you're married to people and you're friends with people, you have to accept them where their journey kind of picks them up and puts them down. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's the best way that I can describe the Best Man final chapters, is that you have to get used to people not being who you've always thought them to be. And you have to get used to them changing and evolving all the time. Because as you know, as we develop these characters out throughout the whole series, Murch's characters, the father's character, Quentin and his character, so on and so forth, and obviously Robin and Harper as well as Harper and Jordan and Lance. So all of these characters kind of developed over time. But we'll leave it here for right now. And I'm going to let you, you know, give us a few closing out comments for what to expect in terms of like what your final thoughts were for the first two episodes.
I say my final thoughts is I did want to speak on the fact that Lance was grieving so long that he really wasn't taking care of his kids. So like, but then I guess him coming back and doing that. But you know, I think it was a definitely good start. I like the way again they recapped everything and put things into a fresh perspective off of the age and where people are and where we are evolving as a civilization, as a collective consciousness. I like that again the topics that they spoke on. I love to see the family unit between everyone. And the biggest thing, especially being in a space where I am not there, seeing people, because we don't see this a lot sometimes anymore, honestly. People who are still friends throughout all these years. Like I don't have any friends. I mean, not really that I have. We still this way since college, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I kind of envy not having no like, oh, we all still get up and do like I don't have that. And so seeing that these people still connect like this, and people who know you, because of, like you said, a lot of people meet you for where you are or still know you from where you used to be, and they don't really understand all of the levels of you. And so to see people who really knew you from like the beginning, which for me that would be high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a gift that we don't really get to have, and knowing when to separate and realize that people don't serve you anymore, and it's okay to move on. So I definitely enjoyed it, and I look forward to speaking more about the movie. I enjoyed it.
Nice. So my final thoughts is, you know, for these first two episodes is take people as they are and how they come in your life, and expect that their journey is always continuously evolving, as yours should as well. So, with that said, those are my final words for the first 2 episodes. This was Candid Yams Kickback. This was the Watch Club. It's your boy Shy Money. On this Sunday, to discuss this journey of the Best Man final chapters, I want to give a large shout out to the Pearl Clutcher, aka Nadia, for showing up today, and Jonay, who you saw earlier. And we'll have some different members of our Watch Club as well in the weeks to come. And we just want to host conversation to help you change your mind, change your life in a positive way, because it's all about health, wealth, love, and happiness, and it's all about your quality of life. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Nadia, thank you so much once again, and we'll see you, and peace.
Peace out.